Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching today. We're going to talk about how high can we go, because you don't, in a game of musical chairs, when the music stops, you don't want to be the one without a chair still holding your bags. We're going to talk about that and a whole bunch more. Before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people. And of course, if you're new, first time watcher, welcome. Smash that subscribe button and you'll get the daily updates. So let's first of all jump into Bitcoin. And what do we see here is some parabolic move to the upside. Now, I want to give you a couple of pointers here. If you've been watching my videos over the last few weeks, I re-entered the Bitcoin trade here on the green dot. You'll remember that I got out at around 108K, got back in around these 100K level here, and I've stayed in this trade and I'm still in this trade. There's some other trades that I'll share with you also in a moment. And I gave you that technical target to the upside of $117,000 when Bitcoin was down here at around 110. That technical target has played out beautifully to the upside. There was another technical target here to the upside, actually to 125,000. First stop was 122,000. We have a Fibonacci level there, and we're getting a little bit of resistance there. I did give that technical target to the upside in the Tribal Trades Discord of 122K, and then the 125K is the next stop. However, if we look on the weekly time frame, what have I been saying all along? This inverse head and shoulders that I've identified here, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, technical target to the upside there is about $145,000, and we do have a confirmed breakout there. I said I didn't expect it just to go straight up, but at the moment it just seems like that could be what's happening. However, we're going to have some firm resistance here at $132,000. This is the Fibonacci level here, a key Fibonacci level, and this was an area identified a while ago as being a possible top for the Bitcoin cycle. And it's very important to note at the moment we do not have any red dot. And the question is, can we get up to 145,000? I think we can. There's no guarantees that we'll reach that technical target. We have reached other technical targets for some inverse head and shoulders plays, such as the stock SoFi, which I shared. We made that technical target to the upside there. There's some other plays that we're in on Amazon and AMZ that are in inverse head and shoulder patterns. We're in a Salana play for inverse head and shoulders, and also the Sooie play played out already, which had an inverse head and shoulders as well. It seems like it's been a bit of an inverse head and shoulders season at the moment. So let's have a look at a couple of these trades. So that's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin at the moment. It's already hit that target of 122, which I gave in the Discord. Next target is 125, and then a key target of 132 and 145 to the upside there. Let's look at our Salana trade and see how that is going. So I gave that trade, remember, at 154. There's the left shoulder, there's the head, there's the right shoulder. I gave that technical target to the upside at 188. We're not there yet, but this was a target that I gave in the Discord to 169, and it's hit that perfectly. Why 169 or 168 it came down to? Because of the 50-week moving average there, which is your bull market support line. So we really do need to get above that. If you're late to the party, where's a few places you can still get in the Salana trade there? Here we go. First of all, if we were to break the 50-week moving average, retest that as support or hold that level or create a continuation candle there to the upside, that can be a nice entry there at about 168, 169. Otherwise, if we come back and retest the 200-day moving average there at 164, or if we come back to the 9 EMA on the daily down at 159, those would be the three levels that I would be looking for the Salana trade there. But we made that beautiful target to 169, and I do expect us to get up to that 188. Now, remember, I have a Salana bag that I bought at $12 way back in the bear market, and so I'm still holding that bag. I still have some of that bag left. I did sell most of it up at around almost $300, and so I'll be, of course, holding that for much longer, hoping that Salana can make a new all-time high before the cycle is completed. That was the Salana trade. And then the Sooie trade we had here. There we reached our technical target. There's the inverse head and shoulders that I gave, and I shared this on Friday, I believe, there, but in the on the YouTube here, but gave this in a live session on the Discord at $2.95. So those of you who did the live session with me on Wednesday, but I also, for all those in the Discord that missed the live session, I shared it right away in the Discord at $2.95. And look at that, taken off like a rocket ship. Just literally the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days later, or 6 days later, we have incredible gains there to the upside for those. And I don't think we've finished yet here. We're at a key Fibonacci level here at $3.97. And this is where we really area that we broke down from. So I could expect a little bit of resistance here. And look, we could create another head and shoulders pattern here. There's a left shoulder, there's a right shoulder, and another head and shoulders pattern. We just finished playing a head and shoulders pattern. That's played out already. I'm going to talk about TOA, and then we're going to talk about one other coin, one other trade here that we've been trading in the Discord. There's the TOA trade. I gave that trade at $350. There it is there, and that's broken up huge to the upside there and hit beyond our target. I gave a target of $400. It blew through that target, and these targets are to give some upside guidance for possible take profits or resistance. But if they just blow through those targets, then staying in the trade is you can just stay in the trade and keep riding it up, but have stop losses to keep those profits intact. This also could end up being a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder here. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw something that played out for TOA. I want to talk about the other coin, which is Hype. And this is a trade that can possibly be jumped in right at this moment here. I've been waiting patiently for the green dot or a blue arrow to form here, a green dot list or a blue arrow list over here. That's the tribal trades indicator, one indicator to rule them all, and a break above the 9 MA. And I have taught about taking the first trade on the green dot and the second trade on the 9 EMA, and then when the 9 crosses the 20 over here can be great places. Look what happens when the 9 crosses the 20, off we go. And so that's what I'm looking to do here, waiting patiently for this trade on the 1 hour time frame, and I will be updating the Discord when I jump in that trade, but that is very close. Hopefully we will see that trade play out in the next, maybe even if we get a little bit of a pump here in the last few minutes of the show here for Hype. And so those are the trades you can see that we've been taking in the Discord. Have a look here on the 10th, the 9th and the 10th. Sooie from $2.95 yesterday in second entry. I gave another entry at $3.21 there as well for those who missed that $2.95 entry. There it is there. By the way, who took the Sooie trade in a live session yesterday at $2.95? That trade is crooking. That was posted on July 10th. You can see we have a saying in the Discord, you got to risk it for the biscuit. Take the trade. You got to be in it to win it. And those that are taking the trades are absolutely crushing it here in the Discord here as we go on. Let's have a look at some of the other trades that we've been trading in here. There's the Bitcoin trade there. The current price was at 118 at the time. Remember, we hit that technical target that I gave to the upside out of that wedge pattern. That hit, so gave a new target of 122,000. Well, as you can see with Bitcoin, we absolutely nailed that target of $122,000 there for Bitcoin. And then these are the other entries that I gave. Hype gave an entry at 45. That comfortably hit that $47 level and more. In fact, it went all the way up to $51, almost $51 there. Wow, that came. Yeah, it did. It hit $51. Absolutely incredible there. And so that hit a target. I did actually give Hype, I believe, there it is here. Hype trade is cooking. The next target is 51. Have a look at how accurate these signals that I've been giving are. There we go. Look what happens. And what do we hit? We hit that 51, not once, but twice there. Absolutely incredible there on the hype trade, and we might get another bit of a go. Once this breaks out, my target will be to the upside again of 51. I think we can come back up and fill these wicks here on that hype trade. So you can see how well that has gone. And Salana, here we go, the entry there. Remember I gave this trade at 154, but you can still get in it. You can't ever think, oh, I'm out of the trade. You can still add on support. There's always going to be pullbacks. 164 and the target was 169. And you can see what happened there. There was the break that I gave of 164, and then look what we got up to. Boom. Right, almost to the dollar, just short of 169. Look how accurate that trade that I gave there was on Salana as well. And then the Sooie trade, I gave it again at $3.50, and then the target was $3.89. Let's see how that one played out here. And there you go. Gave that $3.50. There's the break. There's what I gave it. Look what happens. The tribal trades indicator. There's where you get the entry. There's where you get your second entry at that $3.50 that I gave. And then the target up at $3.89. Well, it ended up surpassing that. That's how accurate this indicator is. That's how accurate the charts that I am providing for the tribal trades community. And I gave a bunch of these trades also on YouTube on Friday. You check out YouTube from Friday if you haven't seen that, so you can see all the trades there that were given. Now, the Wins channel, as you know, is my favorite channel there. And absolutely, April Parker is absolutely smashing it. Remember, April was in the Discord for a few months, she tells me, and wasn't really doing any much and wasn't active, and then saw all the different trades that I was giving and the people posting in the wins column, and she decided to just take some trades. Now she's in the Discord. Her son has also joined in the Discord, and he's starting to take some wins as well. We've got a whole family, Parker family, in there doing incredible. Zacho, the Down Under. We've got Braveheart Trader in there as well, doing incredible there. F2Go, smashing some trades. Donut, the Thunder from Down Under, still just crushing it in there. But you can just see amazing overnight trading. And I do this in the morning. Nikola Tesla, as always, in there, absolutely smashing it there. He wants to go to bed, but that's it for tonight. Good night, gang. And then he comes back in, and it started moving. Had to do one more. And absolutely awesome there. But this is my favorite part of the channel. This is why I do what I do, to see the wealth transformation taking place here. Congrats to everybody who's taking the trade and is undertaking my wealth transformational challenge out here. I love this. Best day ever. Thank you, Tribal Trader, for building my generational wealth and teaching me how to leverage trade. Absolutely fantastic. There you can see some great trades. Remember, April didn't even know how to leverage trade. Only been doing it now for a few weeks, a month there. Absolutely fantastic. So just remember, the Tribal Trades Discord, unfortunately, is closed. We did have it open over June up until the first week of July. And I know that there are people that are signing up for the wait list. We will be reopening it again for signing up. So the sooner you get on the wait list, the sooner you can reserve your spot. And as soon as places become available, if someone was not to renew the subscription then we move people off the wait list into the Tribal Trades Discord. So there's a few ways that you can get in there. And so how do you do that? In the description of this video, you might need to click the More button. The top link button there is the Tribal Trades Discord. It really does pay for itself. And honestly, the most important person that you can invest in is yourself. And I speak from experience, because when I first started my trading journey, I paid for Discords and signed up for Discords. And that's how I accelerated my trading journey. And this Discord, I believe, is doing the same, as you can see, evidenced by the results there. Absolutely brilliant. So just sharing that with you there so you can get on the wait list. We did add a couple of more people from the wait list into the Tribal Trades Discord on the weekend. I'll look to be adding a few more this week as well. And so if you sign up for the Tribal Trades Discord, secure your place on the wait list, so when new spaces are made available, you can be one of the first ones in there. And of course, when we do open the Tribal Trades Discord again, you will also have your place in the queue. All right, well, that's all we have time for today. That's it for today. And of course, as always, until the next episode or until I see you on the Discord, happy trading.